So welcome to the second half of the day. Once we came back to the room, we found this crocodile in front of us. It's from the room service and I honestly think it's cute. Crocodiles are very famous in Aswan. So it's really good to make it as their sign after finishing cleaning the room. Yeah, I was actually pleased by seeing this once I entered the room. So after we came back, we had dinner, and I also just remembered right now that I didn't do the review on the breakfast, so let's do it by the way right now. So let's review the breakfast and the dinner all together. So for breakfast, I didn't take a lot. I just took those three pieces, but they were enough. They're just spectacular. Let's start with the apple pie. Apple pie, perfect job. Crispy, creamy, and super tasty and super sweet. That's totally my type. And apple pie is my point of weakness, so yeah, they got me on this one. And the cinnamon was missing actually cinnamon. What do you call it? Cinnamon, yeah. Was missing cinnamon, but it was perfect in everything else. The surface was crispy. It tasted like a bit like honey, and the smell was good. It's feeling inside the mouth, its crispness, the sound you can hear while eating it. It was a good collection. Just would have loved to taste the cinnamon taste in my mouth. As for this last one, I had no idea what it was, but it was good. That the splash of sugar and I think it was a bit of coconut on the surface and the jelly-like substance inside, as well as how well it was baked. It was good. I think I should have taken one more bite from it. Uh, that was a bit little to review on, but it was good. And after that, we went on to the trip to the Noba village. We were also in quite a hurry, so that's why I didn't eat much, or perhaps I wasn't in the mood. I just like to give reasonings about not say the actual reason. And then we went to the Flower Island and came back to have dinner, which I will also review now, by the way. Okay, so on dinner we had molokhia. I ate it at the very end. I thought some rice might remain and then I would eat it with the rice, but well, the rice finished, so I had to drink it alone. But it was good. Um, I think the best thing in this meal was the salad. I liked the mix. All the You can see here three types of salad. All three types are perfect. One of them was with eggs. I'm not sure if it's have a name, but maybe it's egg sauté, and it was perfect. Juicy, not so crispy. It had I think boiled potatoes as well, and the spices was also very well balanced. The other one was uh, pure coleslaw. It was that purple radish or cabbage thingy. I'm not sure what's called, and a normal cabbage and peas, as well as some onions. And I really loved how crisp it is. I really love when the coleslaw is crispy. The last one was the normal tomato, cucumber, carrots, cabbage salad, and it was balanced, not so salty, not so spicy, so it was just good. One thing to say about the salad here is that on my last spoon, I think it was normal salad, and then I felt it was so sour, and I had no idea why. And then all of a sudden, I remembered that I got some pickled carrots and I didn't eat them, and I was searching for them in the plate and I didn't find them. So then I discovered that it was in the last spoon. That's why I all of a sudden felt like, what the hell is this salad? Why does it taste so bad? But it was my fault. So the salad was overall good. Also the zatoon, what's zatoon called in English? I think it's kind of beans too. Wait, let me look up. Alright, I'm back. I can't believe how did I forget this word. It's olive, like in olive oil. How did I forget this? Anyway, so the olive also was pretty good. It had its meat was good, and it wasn't that ruined in the vinegar and salt while pickling. At the same time, it was a bit salty. I don't really like salty pickles, but it was good overall. So that's for the salad. Let's go for the soup. The onion soup. The onion soup was something new to me. So I can't tell you whether it was on the good side or the bad side, but I liked it. And I think that's enough for me. Uh, yeah, it was good. It was quite soupy, not so heavy like creamy soups or mushroom soups. Um, and the onion, I think the onion is overcooked, but I'm not sure that's how you make it or not. I personally like the onion to have a little bit of crispness while cooking, but it was overall good and it wasn't so salty. Next to the main dish. The main dish, I think the most thing that attracted my eye is this thing you see in the middle. It's cucumbers. I think in my whole life I have only eaten cucumber in cooked cucumber only once. So that was a new experience to not totally new, but it was an experience I haven't had in a while. So I didn't even realize it was cucumber until my mother said, "That's cucumber, boy." So I was surprised at first, but it tasted pretty good. You know, as a chef myself, I never expected cucumber to be that good in a dish, but it was good. Not like the kosa. What's kosa? Wait again. Okay, that's new to me. It's pronounced zucchini. Yeah, I remember now. It was written indeed zucchini in one of the dishes I ate. Not today, but on another day. But that's new. I think I have never known that zucchini is kosa. Anyway, the cucumber is not like zucchini at all in the taste, but I think the way of cooking is pretty similar. So the cucumber was placed in the meat stew alongside with the rice. The rice was perfect. It was well cooked, and I liked the the vegetable that I got as an extra on top of it. It wasn't served. So the mix was good. I finished the rice with the meat. That's why no rice remained for the ملوخية. Potato was acceptable, okay, I think. And the chicken was good. Although my sister didn't like it, but I think the chicken was good. Okay, let's be honest here. The chicken itself wasn't that good, but the chicken's special spice and preparation and taste, how they fried it and prepared it was good. So I loved it. But well, speaking of the chicken, it wasn't that good. And I guess that's for dinner. Let's look. Wait, take a look at this too. So an honorable mention to say here, this salad was made by my sister during dinner. Let's ignore if that's okay, it's Kate and those stuff. That's an awesome move from her. She found the cucumber with yogurt salad, but she usually likes the salad she eats with curry, which had tomatoes, carrots, and cabbage in it, alongside with the seasonings and what do I forget? What the salt and pepper, guys? Why am I trying to remember salt and pepper? Okay. So yeah, let's get back to my sisters. She got the cucumber with yogurt salad, and she added some tomatoes, carrots, and um, cabbage that were all three served each one alone, and she mixed it and added the salt and pepper. It's like, something you usually do at your home. That's not something of a big deal, but it turned out to be perfect, and she made it in such situation. So that was an awesome move from her. I honor her for that. So I didn't eat dessert this day. I remember I was totally exhausted. I just wanted to sleep, man. So all I did is finished my meal and headed straight to bed. But before that, I have to say their jelly today was good, because remember the past jelly really disappointed me. I don't know, did they hear me or what? So they made a good jelly the next day. So yeah, thank you guys. I love the jelly today. and I managed to eat it without adding sugar like last time. And that was it for dinner, and I went to sleep. And let's continue the day on. So we have arrived at Como Embo temple after I think 4 hour sailing in the Nile. I just wanted to show you that this temple is colored, which caught my eye. Look at it. Yani, uh, the details, as if the details wasn't enough, they added colors in these temples too. And I actually think all the temples should have had colors, and probably they will removed with the historic wear out or due to water. As you can see the mark here, there is difference between the upper layer, which is colored and pretty clear, and the lower layer, which seems black and totally not uncolored, and seems as if it was underwater ages ago. He was saying in the explanation a few whiles ago that this temple has been ruined several times by the overflow of the Nile. So I can expect that during the flow of the Niles, the water reaches to this heights. However, for that to happen, I just want to show you somewhere with the water. Can you see how far the water is from here? What I want to say is that for that to happen, the water have to reach such high levels. I'm not certain if that's possible or not, but if that's possible, that's certainly something fascinating. Let's follow up. As you can see, the temple pillars are of similar kind as the one we saw in Phila's temple. So this gave me an intuition that they will build in the same era, which is also true, as the man explaining a few moments ago said. The details here is just good, and I'm glad that the temple hasn't been ruined so much. He was saying people in the past generations used to take stones from the temple to build their own homes, but well, that's weird. Imagine having a sacred home, maybe, or a holy home. Whatever, let's go. Let's keep listening to this. This is not the sun. However, I bet it would have been good with the sun. This is just some lights. There he is explaining. They used to worship two kinds of gods in this temple. The crocodile god, which is the god of prosperity, and they chose to worship him because they were simply afraid of him, so they said, let's worship him so he don't eat us. I think good human thoughts. And the other one was the god of eagle, maybe, Horus. He is the god of power and almighty and protection. I just want you to see two things. Look at, do you see the different line? I think it's quite clearly visible here. This is supposed to be where the water levels are during flood. So that's roughly, I guess, 5 meters. So imagine 5 meters inside the temple, and the height we have walked in from the river Nile to the temple, all that was covered in water. So now I feel stupid about what I was saying a few moments ago in the morning about the decrease 1 meter in the Nile's altitude. This is a completely different level of speaking. I want to also show you the details in the sculpture. Can you see this? Someone turned off the focus. Can you see this? Look at the details. Do you see this small lines in this small picture? This is the size of my finger. And I also want to show you. Do you see the leg fingers? And What's on top of that is that the leg has nails. That's my pinky. It's even smaller than my pinky. I know we can do such stuff at our generation, but imagine doing that like 7,000 or at least 5,000 years ago. With what? On rock, So with what? With what did they manage to do such fine sculptures on such hardness of rocks without the modern tools we have at our generation? I know I'm doing a lot of picture about the details, but the details is simply fascinating. Look at this. This is supposed to be a duck. And look at my pinky. Look at the size. Look at the size. Again, reference my pinky. Reference that's supposed to be a human. He's half a pinky wide. So I like that I made the measuring unit called the pinky. Look at the details. It's just eye-pleasing to watch. They're supposed to be doing something. There is the god of power, I guess. The one we said in the beginning, protection. Man, imagine have to worship two gods, and in the morning you come to the temple and wonder which god should I worship today. Like, man, I can't even choose. Am I going to dine chickens or meat? How am I even going to be able to choose which god to worship? And they're literally putting the two gates beside each other and with no boundaries, so you just have to choose in front of the gate. Imagine there is a crowd and the crowd pushes you towards one god, but you wanted to worship the other god today. Having multiple gods isn't that compelling in my own idea. However, the efforts they do in order to praise those gods is very respectful. Like, they really appreciated what they have, and I have to appreciate that. They had quite good faith in their gods that we these days don't have. Even if we worship one god or worship whatever everyone is worshipping, the difference in face is, oh, look, an owl with an angry face. That's scary. Why do I feel like it's looking at me? Thank you for the difference again. So I was saying, imagine the face they're putting into all of this. I just wish we had some of this face, at least among each other. However, a comment I have to make on what I said a few seconds ago is, unfortunately, most probably, those efforts might not have been face. Because in the history it is recorded, and we all know that the rulers and the kings of the Pharaoh's generation, and in almost all generations, humans also, whoever had power, they used slavery and enslaved farmers and those without powers to do such tasks. So perhaps the farmers and the common people doing all those sculptures didn't even have face at all in all what they were doing, and it was just with such detail due to fear, which shows us or gives us an idea that unfortunately fear might encourage humans to do such detailed and highly sophisticated stuff, or really tough stuff, for the sake of perhaps their life or the life of whoever they love. I don't like this point. I don't like that fear is as powerful as faith and love and peace. But guys, that's the truth. Fear is a disgusting weapon that we have to admit its powers in order to avoid it. I also want to show you the repairs done in the temple. Look at this wall, for example, all these drawings and sculptures, and the plain side, this side, was actually wore out and torn away when found. One of these was in a previous pillar I saw. Let me get back to it. I just want to show you how the pillar was damaged, and in my personal opinion, I don't even know how this pillar was found standing. Look at the pillar and look at all the repairs to the bottom side. The pillar is almost totally gone. How was this even found floating or carried like that? Perhaps it was found fallen aside or something. Look at all those repairs. It's really studying archaeology and history and architecture all together, not each one alone, is really an interesting topic to me. Look at the deep engraves. Interesting thing I found here. You know how to connect a gear to the shaft using a key? Look at those. Those obviously were used in their generation to connect the rocks with the neighboring above rock. See this place? They place in something with stronger hardness, such as I guess they had steel perhaps at that time, or perhaps granite like those ones. Not literally those, because those are workplaces used during worshipping. You can see it's even engraved and carved, has some carved stuff inside. However, we can place something with such similar hardness that was there was already good discoveries of such stuff at that time. I'm pretty sure copper and those elements were discovered, and gold was discovered at that time. So those stuff were used to lock rocks together to avoid them from moving, which is a highly sophisticated engineering idea for such generation, which is to me why I visit temples, for such fascinations and interesting engineering breakthroughs at such generations. And there it's saying what I literally said a few moments ago, or at the beginning. It's not known why two deities as Sobek and Horus, with such different features, were worshipped in the same temple. And yeah, it doesn't make sense because, well, he's saying because people feared the crocodiles, as the guy explained, but man, that was a hard choice to make. In the end, I chose the crocodile, the one on the right. Although in my opinion, I still think Horus is way cuter than the crocodile. Okay, I was reading through this thing in the Arabic and find some peculiar information. It said that Maat, the goddesses of fairness, splitted the temple by two to solve the conflict between the two gods. And in the eastern side, the god Subik, with the crocodile head, and his wife Hathor and Khunsu, their son, were together. That's because the Egyptians saw that those two respected gods, the wife and the son, will give a good reputation to the bad reputation god, the crocodile guy. Which I don't know why does he have such reputation. Maybe he used to eat humans on lunch or dinner. Anyway, they say also Horus had a very good
reputation. However, when I went to the English side here, I tried to understand like this T3 cent Nifert. I have no idea what kind of code name is this. I think it's supposed to be Hathor, and B3NB T3Y seems like a chemical compound to me. I can't pronounce it by any mean. And this one seems should be the Khonsu Singi. Right, Lord of the Two Lands. So I have no idea how these names become like that, but I just wanted to show you this piece of information I found.
And lunchtime today was different. Today I had lunch with Mr. Ismail Yassin, a famous Egyptian comedian actor. So we went to the dining room and we found a picture of each actor on each table. And our table was, I think it was randomly distributed. So our table was Ismail Yassin. So I had lunch with him and I even took a nice picture with him, which we'll enter now. And let's also talk about how the lunch was. And I also have something interesting at the end which I realized it while eating. So, well, since we had Ismail Yassin as guest, we can expect that the lunch was totally Arabian. It was kushari today. So, do you know what's kushari? Kushari is a spectacular and special and interesting and peculiar and all other weird words kind of meal, Egyptian meal that we add ats, on top of it some macaroni, two types of macaroni, and then rice, and then tomato sauce, and then which is a constitution of some spices, vinegar, and some other stuff which I have no idea what it is, and then dried onion, and finally hummus, and mix them together but not while cooking. We put them, serve them, and you mix them in each spoon. So that's the definition and explanation of kushari. About the kushari I ate, it was good. Yeah, I personally am not that much fan of kushari, but the kushari was good. Yeah, I'm quite sure you're waiting now for me to review each component in the kushari like I do with all foods, but well, we don't do that here, you know. Kushari is ate it as a whole, and we give the review as a whole. So totally, kushari was awesome. Let's go to the meatballs. Honestly, I have a question. Why meatballs? Like, guys, they don't mix. Kushari and meatballs, they don't mix. The meatball was good, not gonna lie, but no, that's not supposed to happen. Uh, the duck was good. I think it was either fried turkey or duck, but probably it was the duck. Yeah, don't judge me. I don't know the difference. They're both cool. They're both tastes awesome. They're both not chicken, but I don't know the difference. Uh, the salad was a good extension to the evening salad. It was good. The couscous salad, I'm pretty sure you don't eat it much abroad, but it's quite famous. Actually, it's not that quite famous in Egypt, you know. Last week, I guess, before I traveled, I was talking with some of my colleagues as well, and he had no idea that we can make salad with couscous. So couscous is basically, I think, some sort of wheat which is grinded and made into small balls. I don't know how, and that's it. You can make sweets out of it, you can make it with soup, and we can make it even salad and all other kind of cookings. Seriously, Egyptian food is peculiar. That salad was new to me. I think I don't recall I ate it a lot, so it was good. I loved it, and totally I like that purple cabbage thingy, which I don't remember its name. I love it anyways. So however you're gonna put it in a salad, it's gonna make it cool. So it was nice, but yeah, something to mention here. When I served it, you can see some brown thingies in between. I thought it was mushroom, that's why I got it, but it was aubergine, Bittingen, which is aubergine. You know that purple thingy we always send as a weird sticker. Uh, let me check. Why can't I pronounce it? Okay, this went so big out of my hand. Why did it become like that? Okay, it's the Google said the purple egg-shaped fruit of a tropical world plant which is eaten as a vegetable. So that's it. Aubergine. Yeah. Yeah, that's it. That's it. Now I managed to pronounce it. So that's it. That's the thing it was in the salad instead of mushrooms, which disappointed me so much. No, seriously, I was expecting mushrooms, you know? Mushrooms would have been better. Would have been way better. Man, why would you put aubergine with a purple cabbage? Which I still don't know how to pronounce it and I have no idea why didn't I look up Google. Also, I looked up so much in this video. Well, let's keep going. Last salad was the hummus salad, which I'm not going to look up because I'm totally in a bad mood now. The hummus salad was good also. And finally, the hummus soup. And the thing I realized was in the not literally in the hummus soup, but was in. Let me show it. That would be quicker. First, the soup was awesome. Loved it. Perfectly balanced. And I also wondered why so much hummus. Like hummus in the soup, hummus in the salad, and hummus in the kushari. That's a lot, guys. But it was good, and I love hummus, so I accepted it. But you know, the food was quite unbalanced, if you may allow me to say. And here's what I wanted to show you. Take a look at this picture first. What can you say from it, or what do you think? What caught my eye? Okay, let me show you the video and explain to you. Okay, can you see the vibration in the soup? That's because we were sailing and the kitchen room or dining room was above the engine room right below. So it might not be something that impressive to normal people, but to me, as an engineer who just finished the vibration course, it really caught my eye, you know, to see something like actually really vibrating in front of you like that while eating, see your soup vibrating in motion, and then think, oh no, that's not good. The dampers in this ships are not good. The planning is not good. I think it needs some fixing, some maintenance, and so on. So yeah, that's just what caught my eye. And I have to apologize for today's video being quite long. And thank you. I look forward for the upcoming ones.